Hello and welcome. In this session, we are going to learn about the extension in PostgreSQL, and specifically in this particular demo, we will see the Azure database for PostgreSQL on single server. The demonstration is not about the PostgreSQL single server and how the extensions are managed about that, but this is about the extensions whatever they are available in Postgre and the ones which are really in good use, they have been put in Postgre as well. So this is just a way to learn the different types of extensions which are available. So if you don't know what is an extension and if you're a newbie, it is going to be helpful. If you already know what the extensions are and what are the different types of extensions available in PostgreSQL, then you can skip this. So an extension in PostgreSQL, it provides you the ability, or it can help you to extend the functionality of your database. So if you are from enterprise database background, you would be knowing that any new capability or new feature which you wanted to add to your database which is already available, and in case you need to use it, you have to pay for that particular feature. Say for example, partitioning in Oracle database, or TDE, or some sort of encryption or compressions features which are available in your enterprise level database. Not all, but say for example the Oracle one, then you have to pay the license fees to use them. Similar stuff when we talk about open source relational database like PostgreSQL, they have been provided to you as an extension. So you download the extension, you create the extension in your PostgreSQL, and you are ready to use. So PostgreSQL extensions make Postgre a great open source relational database so that it can be used. So there are several so famous extension that can be integrated with your PostgreSQL, and you can use those extensions in your PostgreSQL environment. So that's general introduction about extensions in PostgreSQL. Readily, they are not available when you download a simple PostgreSQL software on your server on a virtual machine. When we talk about a managed instance, say for example, when we are talking about this particular case, wherein this is a managed instance and this is running on a single server in PostgreSQL. In that case, Postgre has the default extensions which are already available. They have been provided as a managed instance. So which extension in Azure, uh, how we are going to use those extensions in PostgreSQL? So you you don't need to install any extension when you have to do it in your managed instance like the single Azure PostgreSQL. What you need to do is from your PSQL or the command line, you just have to say create extension, whatever extension you wanted to use, and it is ready to use. You do not need to download the related package. Let's say you wanted to use the auditing in PostgreSQL. So you just have to download and then you have to create it and you have to use it. The first phase, which is all about downloading, making some adjustments. Say for example, in your PostgreSQL, if there is some extension which needs to be put in your shared library, something like that, you have to put it over there, but those things are taken away. So in that way, PostgreSQL single server is good. You don't have to download it. It is ready for use from just from your command prompt. You just have to say create extension and the extension name. So what are the list of the extensions which are available in PostgreSQL in Azure on a single server? So I have already put it on the, so I have already created a single server managed instance in PostgreSQL on Azure, and simply if you say select star from pg underscore available underscore extension, it will show what is already available in your single server. So you are good to use it. So you can see over here sometimes this setting goes away and it creates a lot of problem for me. Okay, let's go back to the presentation. And the best part of managed instance in case of Azure is they are already available and you are good to use. The bad part is in case there is an extension which is already not available in that list, there is no way to use them. In case your instance or your Postgre requires a new extension to be added, that's not at all possible. So this is a kind of limitation in PostgreSQL managed instance for Azure. There is no such flexibility. The way managed instance works, they do not allow you to make changes, so the same is available over here. I'll show you what all is available. So if you simply say, okay, let me expand it. Okay. So you can see these are the list of available instances. So I'm connected to a demo instance which I created just now, and this is on single server. The problem with the single server is the obsolete kind of versions are available. Not the obsolete, I will say, the versions which are quite older. So we are on Postgre 14 now, and it has just three options: 9.6, 10, and 11. So I have deployed a PostgreSQL 11 on a very small machine. And these are the available extensions. So we have address standardizer, which is used to parse address into constituent elements. We are not going with these. So some of the famous ones. The famous ones is this is DB-Link. This is very frequently used, and it is used to connect to another PostgreSQL databases from within a database. So you can see about the Earth distance. It calculates the great circle distance on the surface of Earth. HStore, this is also a good way in case you are familiar with the JSON. So it can store your data in form of key value pair. Not only this, and the best ones are yet to come. Aura FCE. This is the function and operators that emulates a subset of functions and package from the Oracle. PG Crypto. So it talks about the cryptographic functionality. So you can use this PG Crypto. And you have PG Buffer Cache. You can use it. If you have to use the partitioning, you have this PG underscore partman. PG pre-warm. Never used. Okay, so this is very oftenly used, which is PG underscore stat underscore statements, which tracks execution statistics of all SQL executed. Then this is the default one, which is already available. Then you have post GIS. That's very famous PostgreSQL extension. So this is PostGIS geometry, geography, and raster spatial types and function. We are not going to discuss about that. And Postgre FDW, very famous and very frequently used foreign data wrapper for remote PostgreSQL servers. Let's go down and see what all are available. Okay, so there are many more which are available, and you can look at those. So this is I have put it on the screen as well. This is just a copy and paste whatever is available on the screen. And okay, I think there are some which are repeated. So PG audit, this is very famous. PG crypto, this is also very famous. Then you have PG underscore partman. Then you have which one? Postgre underscore FDW. The idea behind this demo is in case you wanted to play around with the extensions, and if you don't want to spend time on deploying it and then testing it, so it's already available. You can play around it, and it is going to be useful if you have to do some POC on some sort of what do you say, the extensions. It is going to be really helpful. And that's all. So just to recap, what we have seen is the extensions are the added features in PostgreSQL. Unlike any enterprise database wherein you have to use some feature, you have to enable it and you have to pay the licensing fee so that you can use that. But in case of PostgreSQL, that is bundled as an extension. You download and you create the extension in the database and they are ready to use. There are a lot of extensions which are available. The cloud service provider like Azure has already made it available on the managed instances. The one in our case, it is just a managed instance of PostgreSQL on single server. Though the versions are quite old, 9.6, 10, and 11, we just installed a managed instance of Postgre 11 and we saw what are the available extensions. And you can see there are a lot of extensions which are available and they are ready to use. Like any other managed instance, it refrains you not to install, or it doesn't allow you to install any new extension on your PostgreSQL. So I hope this is going to help, and thank you.